So today's video is on how can we get our lovers to do what we want in bed. And well, basically, we all have a different sexual blueprint. And a blueprint is like on our sexuality, it's basically how we all have different sexual preferences. And on top of that, all women are wired differently. So for some women, the wiring lays mostly on the clitoris. For some women, it can be more on the G-spot. For some women, the wiring is more internally inside the vagina canal. And for some women, the wiring is mostly on the cervix. So it can be very different depending on how you're wired. What is it where you find your pleasure? So first of all, it takes a lot of communication and a lot of awareness to fully, like from the man also especially, to fully hear, see, and feel like what the other needs. And then for many women, also, self-consciousness, self-awareness, to know what it is that your yoni likes, like to understand where is your wiring, like where are the spots that you feel the most pleasure. So you really need to know and understand your own body first to be able to communicate this also to your partners, to the other, to let him know or her know what it is that you need. And then we also live in this male-oriented society where sex, is the focus. It's focused on the men, and sex, it's 99% of the time it finishes when the men finish, like when he has come. So, and most women only start finally warm up in that moment, and then it's actually finished. So many women, they already kind of like checked out somewhere halfway because it's about him. So then they just let him do his thing and hope that it will end fast, so at least he's finished, and then hopefully let's pray that he will be satisfied for a while and I don't need to go there again. So many women are experiencing this, and from this place, so many women think that they are broken, that their sex is broken. But you're not broken. Your sex is not broken. It's patriarchal sex that we are having, and it's not working for most women. And our bodies work very differently than a man's body. And because of patriarchy, we all have come to believe that the way we are having sex is the right way, and that orgasm is the goal, and that penetration is what it's all about. And it's not, especially for women. So most men need to learn to slow down, and then to slow way down, and then slow some more down. And they also need to learn to read the signs of a woman's body, to really fully stay with their awareness, to really stay present in this moment, to stay attuned to her body, to all the subtle signs that her body is giving. And that takes practice. That, of course, takes energy to really focus and to stay that present with someone. And also at the same time, it takes for us women to start to speak up and to be honest about what we feel, what we want, and what we need. And if we fake it, or if we sit it out just so it's finally over again, then men will not learn what it is that we need. And it will keep us in this patriarchal sex. It will keep the patriarchal sex alive. So men will say, what's wrong with what we're doing? Like, we're having fun, right? Everything is okay. Like, we've been doing this forever, so why do we need to change this? Like, there's nothing wrong. So it really takes for us to be bold, for us to really first to start listening to our yoni. Like, what does she want? What does she need? What does she desire? What is her true yes? What is her true no? And to really learn to listen to this true yes, to this true no, to no longer push her into something else or into something that is not her true yes or not her true no. So to really fully honor her. And when we truly honor her, if you really truly honor your yoni and her divine power, then you can start to speak up more clearly. You can tell your man more clearly what it is that you want. You can communicate from moment to moment in the actual moment. And, you will learn how to get out of your head and lead with your body, so your man knows like what it is that he wants you to do, like that you want him to do, sorry. And many times we just expect the other to guess, to know what it is that we want, and to, sometimes it's like, oh, but we have explained him already a couple of times, like he should know already by now what he should do. But it's many times it's not so clear to the men, and many women report like, they feel like they tried many techniques and he learns in the moment and then he forgets and then he gets caught up, and then or he takes it so literally that the spontaneity is gone. And really what you want is energetic attunement, and that may mean like really hot fucking in one moment and slow lovemaking in another. And it's true that a woman's body and the preferences can change from day to day, from moment to moment. So sometimes it can be very unclear to a man what it is that you actually want, because, well, last time you loved it when I touched you here like this, and now you kicked me in the balls because I touched you like this and here. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, what the hell do you want? So speaking up and communicating clearly in the moment, for the moment, in the moment, to the moment, like moment to moment, really on the specific things what's happening in your body, but also learning to communicate this in a way that it's not taking your man out of his power, like you're doing something wrong, like that it comes from a place of control. Because then also again there it's kind of like telling your man that there's something wrong with him, but instead coming from a place of playfulness, of pleasure, like where your guiding words can become like a part of the game, and a playful, pleasurable, sensual guiding words that will actually turn him on and that will make him want to do what you're asking for. So that's one thing, really, the communication and understanding your own body, what it is that your yoni wants, what it is that you need, and then communicating that in the moment clearly, from moment to moment, in a playful way to your partner. And then there's another great tool, which is called a recap, that I learned, and that you can do after each intimate session. And in this, you share your experience in a safe format. So one person shares what he experienced or what she experienced, what it was like, what she didn't like, all those things. And the other person listens, just hold space, no blaming, no shaming, no pointing fingers, no, but you, blah, 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 not going into reaction, just hearing each other out. And when you do this, you really can learn a lot from each other and learn a lot from like, okay, why was it different this time and why was it different another time? So you can really start to learn to understand each other. And listening to each other without going into reaction is such a powerful way to learn from each other. And it can be really a playful journey to go on a discovery together, to find out like what works for both of us, like what works for you, what works for me. And also the communication to your man, that's like how do I say that, like if you communicate to your man like this is not working for me, just be aware of how you're bringing it, to really not blame him. So just as I said, like don't turn the finger around, like now we women feel like there's something wrong with us, but also if we turn it around and say, but hey, now you have to listen to me, but so there's something wrong with you. No, you know, we're all here victims of patriarchy. Even men, there's nothing wrong with the man either. He's also just as much a victim of patriarchy as we are. And only through this non-blaming communication, we can step out of this together, and we can, you know, break the sexual chains of patriarchy. And if you have any questions, contact me and let me know. Have a wonderful day.